Not everything that is left behind abandoned has lost its meriting. We have also witnessed people saying beauty is in the eye of the one who sees. This video is about cars that were taken for granted and even considered reckless for a long time, and they are now the most expensive cars in the world. The cars were left haphazardly for some reasons, but when they were recycled, they got an entirely different price and worth. It shows that real art is never ended, but we as human beings are the ones who leave it behind carelessly. But before going into a fast ride, do tell us in the comments which one is your most favorite car among many expensive cars in the world. Number 1. Bugatti. The first car I'm going to show you is called a super sports car, and this is the fastest in the world today. This is Bugatti. Bugatti Veyron was once abandoned by a Russian man. Now it has become the most expensive and fastest car in the world. Bugatti La Noire is the one with the highest price, that is $18.68 million. Its figurine properties are accompanied by a quad-turbo W16 engine with a summit speed of 420 km per hour and the potential to race from 0 to 100 km per hour in 2.5 seconds. So this would not be wrong to name it the true creation of art instead of labeling it just as a traditional car. Number 2. Lamborghini. The second car you're going to heed is Lamborghini. Lamborghini Miura was the first ever car that had mid-engine and was comprised of 2 seats. The story of how this car got abandoned is a bit long. In short, its owner sent this car for adjustments. When its engine parts were sent for servicing, its keeper dropped his interest in the car and did not pay for the car's repair. This car was deserted, abandoned for about 30 years in the parking lot of Hilton. In 2012, the car eventually got its engine, and then it was put up for sale, with demand approaching $488,210. Newly, Lamborghini Urus is launched that multiplied the company's selling number. The Italian automaker is now appreciated at $11 billion, setting Lamborghini in the top spot for a primary public contribution for its processor, Volkswagen Group. Number 3. Ferrari F40. The third car you are near to see is the one that is today appreciated by almost every person, even small children, because that has grown to be the world's most recognized brand, and that is Ferrari. Ferrari 480 was abandoned in the Iraq War after its owner was killed in a shootout by American bands. It was owned by the son of Saddam Hussein, whose name was Uday. At the time, it would have required him a huge number such as $450,000. There is no uncertainty that Ferraris are gadgets and their owner exhibit them off. But this point does not get at the brand's core. That moment the Ferrari-ness of actual thing departs away your assumptions. Number 4. Porsche. The fourth car you are going to see is Porsche. Porsche is also one of the cars that have a lot of efficiency in today's world, but were thrown away at one time. It was abandoned in a country that is famously acknowledged for great car dealership, that is Japan. It is heard that the owner of the car went to jail and he did not get the opportunity to find a caretaker for the car, so the car wasted years in dirt. The car's glasses and even the intact interior is nothing but tons of dust. Porsche has now got recognition across the world, specifically because of its artistic features and its marvelous performance. Based on the listing for the 2019 Porsche 911, the medium list cost is $89,372. Number 5. Jaguar E-Type. The fifth number car is Jaguar E-Type, that is a sports car. The car was presented as a gift to a wife by her husband. The owner of the car did not take care of the car and put this in a barn where it spent almost 40 years and was not driven by anyone. Maybe the wife was angry at her husband for something, hence she abandoned the car and vowed never to drive it. Family members said that the car was deserted because of the couple has many duties and other stuff to do. Taking the stress of the Jaguar was none of their priorities. After many years, they actualized that they should sell the car because parking an abandoned car in an outhouse was not providing them with any privilege. Also, repairing and making the main adjustment to the car was also costly and very hard. An excellent performance, exceptional condition. Example of a Jaguar E-Type series. One can get anywhere up to $3,18860. The 2+2 series can obtain a more moderate rate, any place from $73072 to $119572 for a car in the solid state. During series 2 and 3 E-Types, this price remained consistent. Number 6. GT40. The next car I'm going to show you is GT40. This car was abandoned by children who were seeking to support their parents. The sporting car was found when the kids were moving to a place of some trash. Maybe it was trashed endlessly with some other past belongings. It's offensive to view such a racing car being managed like waste and being discarded with no attempts to repair it. The keeper could have sold it as a second-handed car, rather than letting it stay in the more damaging and incredible state, unexpectedly in a shelter. Ford hasn't issued pricing for the 2021 GT, but we assume the supercar to proceed to begin at $500,000. Inside, we are attracted to the Lightspeed internal trim, which covers the cabin with a mix of black skin and blue micro pseudo exteriors. Number 7. Layman's Blue Jaguar XJ220. The following car is Blue Jaguar XJ220. This was a restrained edition car, and only 281 Blue Jaguar XJ220 cars were ever made. Bought in Buret, this model was forsaken in the Qatari desert. It is budgeted to require about $500,000. As Jaguar's original creation supercar, the XJ220 was a definite move for a British company. Viewing the company's past, you would have drawback to XK120 to notice a fairly powerful machine. Throughout the 40 years, among these patrons, there are many layman's winning race cars and striking style ideas, but nothing that drives the same inception of achievement while keeping composition eagerness. Number 8. Ferrari Enzo. The next car you will see is the Ferrari Enzo. This car was abandoned by its owner because he got many tickets on his car and he did not want to pay the challans he got. The keeper of this car was a British man. Later on, it was revealed that the owner of this car was not the real owner of this car, but it was just the subject of an Interpol investigation concerning its theft. Ferrari built the Enzo from 2002 to 2004. Only 399 Ferrari Enzo were ever made. Today, the most limited car in the world is Ferrari 250 Gran Turismo Omologato, a precious diamond composed and mined for by Enzo Ferrari. Number 9. Maybach 57. The next car is Maybach 57. This car was abandoned by its owner, who left this car in a parking lot in Cannes, France. The car was parked there for almost 4 years, and no one got there to take this car. The car producer then made it an unusual design of this car. The Maybach 57 was the first vehicle model of the Maybach brand. The model number indicates the length of automobile in the symmetries. The 57 is further expected to be owner-driven. As of early 2008, the United States price for Maybach 57 were $366,934 and $417,402. Number 10. Shelby Daytona. The 10th and the last you are moving to view now is Shelby Daytona. Shelby Daytona was a supercar with exceptional fame, and it was abandoned for more than 30 years. It just looks like a ridiculous thing, but it is not. Only 6 models of this Shelby were ever produced. If it were to relive its younger days, it could have done all in front of cameras and in oversized, fancy parking. But that time is past. In the good old times, this car was the supercar that could ever defeat Ferrari, and it grieves to see in such an outraged form. After the car was evacuated, it was damaged severely. It is assumed that if the designer of this car could have viewed it in this situation, he would have never imagined working through all the struggle to make it so fabulous. The producer of anything would be pained to see its creation in such a ruined situation. This image shows that this car can do very well, even in modern times. Its wheels show a specific power that can be unloosed at any moment, so it was the most abandoned car in the world. I hope you enjoy the video. To watch more exciting videos, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you share it with your friends, it will be an added favor for us.